So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards, first down Niners. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 6. Purdy. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
What?
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Who did call that?
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Babe, you're not telling me the
You're
story.
trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
He'll be dropped at the 25.
It's the whole pot. What is it?
6.
Tell me about the New York one.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's something you have to get
I don't see that.
defensively because
okay.
teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running
That's
backs.
true, you do say that.
This was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
I felt like shit today. That was stupid.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Enough. We get it, baby.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. A little good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all weekend.
Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
They eat a lot. I watch them play.
Good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. This is Samuel. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. Purdy on 3rd down. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. The contact time there.
He just got elected.
4th down. Here comes the 49ers.
Oh, he looks Dominican a little bit.
He'll punt it away for the second time.
Why is he wearing the Dominican? You trying to turn him Dominican?
42-yard punt, but a net of 30.
There's so much fun.
10 as they take over.
Look a little Indian.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice...
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge...
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
You're fucking me up right now. Okay.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the
come
double
on,
coverage,
man.
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Right back to Achane on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Running right, here's Achane. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A give left side. Here's Achane. Broken tackle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Buying, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Fields. On the move to his left. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Wilson going to try the right side. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Fields now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they'll give this to Achane. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to... Set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
How much is they going to spend? $3,000 so I can get $300 back?
And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Another trip, I guess.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
What?
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, sure. No problem. I don't want to assist him.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Oh, that's it. Brandon Jones. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 89 yards rushing for him now, a big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl. On 1st down, back to Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup and 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Purdy from the gun. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Oh, this This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Here's Purdy. That's to the former Alabama man, Cameron Latu. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to recover. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Oh, Taylor going to throw. Rolling to his left. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wilson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. out of the gun, Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third down, it's Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Here's a 2nd and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Taylor steps away. Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Purdy with one final shot here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions.